Well, hello and welcome to my Wednesday. Got up this morning, normal routine, import the footage, edit the vlog, make the coffee, or brew the coffee I should say, and jumped into New World to just do some dailies. And then as I went to start uploading the vlog and go to the kitchen, because I bought some waffles on Sunday, or actually was it last week? I can't remember if it was Sunday or last week. Oh, it was last week. It had to be last week. I keep forgetting to make my waffles. I bought like the hearty, thick Belgian waffle style blueberry waffles, and I bought some nice, well, hopefully some good maple syrup, right? The pure maple syrup. So anyway, I actually remembered this morning to pull it out, but Jacob was there this morning. He drove with me to work. He's at the warehouse with my brothers right now, kind of just seeing what we do, because we could probably use some help in the mornings. Well, we could use some help in the mornings and make some adjustments with hours and whatnot. So he's just kind of taking it for a test drive and see if it's something he'd be interested in doing, part-time. But anyway, because he was in the kitchen with me, we were talking. I didn't vlog anything, so I didn't vlog the waffles. The waffles are actually really good, like surprising. I haven't had Eggo waffles in a really long time, and mostly because I'm not a waffle guy. I'm not like, don't get me wrong, I like waffles, I like pancakes, but I'm an egg guy. I'd rather have an omelet, or rather have eggs and meat, and potatoes. But these were really good. These were like thick. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like Belgian waffle style waffles. And so throw them in the toaster oven for a couple minutes, nice and crispy. They're perfect. So a little busier than normal day. We have a new restaurant that we're delivering to today. It's one of our existing customers with a new location. So this is their first delivery, so it's a massive one. And I'll probably go with my brother to deliver it, so that I can see the new location, just because I like to visually, I've been to every single one of our customers, every one of their kitchens. Obviously, anything on the East Valley I've been to far less, because it's just not convenient. But also because, to be fair, we don't tend to have many issues with any of our customers in the East. For whatever reason, our customers in the West are the ones that we always have to kind of cater to and fix and whatnot. So I don't tend to have to go east very often, which I'm grateful for, because it's not convenient. Going home and making customer stops on the way home is much more convenient. So anyway, big order for them, which I'm very excited about, because when you got a customer like that that's growing, obviously it's good for them, it's good for us. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for them. So editing yesterday's vlog, I talked a lot. It was still a 20-minute long vlog because I talked a lot in the morning. I brought the camera with me. It was just something about holding an actual camera that I can see myself, I can see my framing. It just kind of invokes more conversation. Even though I try to talk to you, right? I try to look at the lens and talk to you. Being able just to look down and see myself, it almost mimics me like talking to you, right? Because I see myself, and I try not to stare at myself like a lot of vloggers do. You watch their vlogs, and the entire time they're like this. They're not looking at you, they're looking at themselves, either above the camera, on the side of the camera, mine's below. And so the whole time they're like, yeah. And you're like, wait, hey, I'm over here. So I try to do my best to do that as well. And really, it's just, really, you just, as a vlogger, as a self vlogger, you're vlogging yourself, all you gotta do is do a quick glance. All you gotta do is do a quick glance just to make sure you're in frame. That's all it is. And then the rest of the time, you should be focused right here. I talked a lot, and that's kind of the mantra is, this is what's on my mind, and that's what I want to talk about. Pull the camera and talk about it. While also, the other point I was making is giving you guys more of my POV and a day in my life, right? That's the theme. The theme of these vlogs is a day in my life, a day in the life. So that's what I want to make sure that I continue to focus on day in and day out. So let's go shopping. One of the things that I talked about when I got this camera, and I was excited about this camera specifically, is that when I looked at it online, it came with a little tripod, right? And the camera's small, and so it's like, oh, you know, I can set the camera down and do all these things, kind of like what I would do with my phone and the pocket tripod that I keep with me at all times. I have in my wallet at all times, I have this pocket tripod, and I keep this with me, A, because it's the size of a credit card and fits in my wallet, but also because I can literally at any time set my phone up as a camera and record myself hands-free, right, for various shots. And it's like, oh, I can do this with this camera. But then I realized that the camera's not super easy to always carry with me because of the gimbal. You know, I always complain about the gimbal. But I was like, you know what? I bought the camera to vlog. I bought the camera to make videos with, to do these types of shots and just make these kind of, capture these moments. And I pay for a protection plan. If I break the camera, I'll replace it. That's literally why I do this. So that's what I'm also trying to think ahead by bringing the camera and having these moments for you and me. Light shop day at Costco. I literally only need 3 things. In and out. You know something else that I kind of realized, that I kind of self-realizing moment, self-reflecting moment. I don't have much else to talk about. My life is pretty, I don't want to say boring, but just kind of like normal, right? This is my hobby. Social media is my hobby. So I talk about X, and I talk about YouTube, and I talk about Twitch. That's what I talk about, because that's what I'm into. If I was into golf, I talk about golf. If I was into cars, I talk about cars. I'm not really into anything else, you know? Like, I like plants, I like Magic the Gathering, but I'm not into them. I'm not reading about them, I'm not studying about them, I'm not, you know. So it's like this day in the life thing that I'm doing. It's like, this is my day, this is my life. Capturing moments as I go throughout my day. I'm kind of boring, now that I think about it, you know? Not that everything has to be interesting, and I very much understand being relatable, you know? My life's just like everyone else's life. I get up in the morning, I go to work, I do a job, I come home, I have people waiting for me at home. You know, there's things I like to do for fun, but I also think that what makes a life interesting is something to look forward to doing, something that brings you joy. For me, that's video games and making vlogs. Also, if you're at Costco, this is the best protein shakes you can get from like pre-made at the store, and Costco's the cheapest way to buy them. They don't have all the flavors. Like, there's other flavors that like Target sells, but they're smaller quantities and they're more expensive. So Costco Premier Protein, good stuff. Caramel's awesome. So since we're on the subject, what do you like to do? What is the thing that you're into when you get home from school or for work? Is it something you do by yourself? Is it something you do with your partner? Do you get together with a group of friends on a regular basis? Like, my brother goes golfing every weekend. Every weekend, my brother Austin goes golfing. He's got usually the same like 2 guys every weekend, and then the fourth is you know, rotates. But for the most part, it's the same 4 dudes that go golfing every weekend. And I'll be honest with you, like I'm a little jealous that he's got that. You know, like, he's always got that crew to look forward to, and you know, they spend, I don't know, 6 hours every week together, just shooting the shit, bullshitting, you know, telling stories. And they have they call each other and talk about golf. They talk about golf clubs. They talk about, did you hear about this new ball? Did you hear about what happened to Tiger Woods or whatever? Did you hear what happened at the Masters? You know, they had that thing. And unfortunately, like I have a lot of gamer friends, but we all play different games, right? So while we share the love of video games, we all play different games, and so it's not quite the same. It is when we are playing the same game. So, you know, once upon a time it was Destiny, once upon a time it was Tarkov, but even then, they're not IRL friends, they're online friends. So we're talking in Discord, we're talking mostly Discord. You know, maybe we're sharing things on X, you know, that sort of thing. So it's not quite the same. That's one of the things that, again, I'm jealous of Bryce. He's got about 4 friends that he plays video games with, like, on a regular basis. And, you know, and they're his IRL friends. So, you know, he goes to school, they talk about stuff, they get online, and they can continue those conversations. Like, oh, did you hear, you know, remember what happened today at lunch? Or did you hear what happened to so-and-so at school today? You know, like, that's that one thing that I'm missing. So I'm curious, what do you have? Do you have something? I assume everyone has something, and even if it's something like books, I read books. I'm a book reader, you know. I'm into woodworking. I'm into to model trains. I don't know. I feel like everyone has something, and for a long time I struggled trying to find what my thing was, because it wasn't, in my opinion, something tangible. And because everything's virtual, right? I'm having this conversation with you, but it's virtual. I don't know. I'm gonna check Shamrock real quick and see if they got chocolate soft serve for tomorrow. We have success. I got 8 chocolate, 2 vanilla. That's what she needs tomorrow. I also grabbed 2 medium eggs for one of our customers that usually takes medium eggs because they're super cheap right now, and eggs are expensive. So if you ever wonder what soft serve looks like before it goes in the mixer machine, it's in gallon jugs like this. They're cold and they're thick, but it's still gallon jugs. I totally got distracted and missed a few things at Costco, so we're going back to Costco. Oops. I blame you, but you know, let's be real, it's my fault.
8 hours later.
There was a shooting on the freeway today that caused a fatality, and they closed the freeway down. And it was sometime this morning, so didn't think really to check the freeway at 2:30 p.m. to see if the freeway was still closed, until I got to the freeway and realized it was closed. Long story short, 2:30 in that area is when traffic starts getting bad, you know, leaving downtown. With the freeway being closed all day, it was an absolute nightmare, and it took us 2 hours to get home. So, got home a little before 5. Been talking to Jacob and Sierra, kind of debriefing everybody about the day. Tiffany got home, and now it's 5:40, and it's leftover night. I can't remember if I told you, Tiffany came up with a weekend, kind of planned out our meals, and so Monday she did the Asian bowl, Tuesday she did the enchilada chili. Tonight is a leftover / free-for-all night, so everyone's kind of just on their own. I'm eating leftover pizza from Friday night. Tomorrow night I'm cooking, and then I haven't looked at the calendar for Friday.
That's as far as I got.
That's as far as she got. Okay, so Friday is open at the moment. So anyway, you're all caught up on that. Get through dinner and figure out what the rest of our evening looks like, and then I'll catch you on the flip side. 8 p.m. Tiff and I just finished up watching The Price is Right night edition. I'll be honest with you, the last couple of times I've seen Price is Right, it's been at night, so I don't know how often they do the night editions, the night shows. I thought it moved to prime time, but I guess it's still on during the day. I wouldn't know, but it's fun. Drew Carey is great. I think he's a great host, and I like the I like the way that he engages with the the ladies that do the showcases and like show off the prizes, and I don't know. I think he's a great host every time I've seen him over. But anyway, Price is Right. It was great. She's off to bed, and I just drank some Rise hot cocoa, which I don't know if I told you guys. The Rise hot cocoa surprised the hell out of me. It's very tasty. Tastes like hot cocoa, though I do it with water just because it's convenient. I have a kettle that I just throw water in. He boil the water. Though I'm sure it's better with milk. Because whatever. I enjoy it. Yeah. Long day. Busy day. Got all my steps in. Honestly, the last few days have been so busy. I've been getting my steps in at work that I don't need to go for a walk. Plus, it's been really, really cold out, and so not a fan of that. Tomorrow's Thursday. Busy day, obviously. I got a phone call meeting at like 2 or 2:30. So I gotta try and be wrapped up and able to be at my computer here, hopefully, by then. And I do want to go to the gym. I was going to go to the gym today. Plan was going to go to the gym. In fact, I was talking to Jacob about it, but then we just got stuck in traffic and it didn't happen. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm cooking dinner tomorrow night, and I have an idea in my head, but I actually have to pull the recipe up and make sure I have all the right ingredients. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. You guys' comments are the best. Keep them coming. I'll see you tomorrow.